Hello everyone. We've been outdoors all day today and it's so lovely to be out in the fresh air. And it's funny, as the day has worn on, it's getting a bit warmer than it was earlier. And I just thought that today I'll let you know what our 2-year plan is. So you might remember about 2 years ago, I had an idea to revolutionize the back garden behind our house. And I did make a start on it, but I never got it finished because so many other things would take my time away or my attention away. And it's still waiting to be finished. So fast forward to this year, we had a lot of rain over winter. This whole area was a sea of mud. And then we had Storm Eowyn. And so we thought we're going to have to do something, because if it's going to be like this in years to come, we're not going to manage. So we've decided to have a 2-year plan, resolving all the infrastructure of the garden and re-landscaping where we can. So a couple of weeks ago, just before the storm actually, we'd started coppicing our willow and some alder, which was just as well as we did actually, because a lot of those trees would have been damaged by the storm anyway. And so Lol has created a beautiful path from the back of the house all the way along here, all the way to the chickens, which means we can walk in and out of the garden without slipping and sliding. And we had a big rock here on this part of the path, which was far too big to be removed, but it always had like a peak sticking up that got very slippy and it was a bit dangerous. And so Lol had the idea of putting in some stepping stones down here to make it easier. So the hardcore for the path has gone in, and the paving stones which will be laid in the path will have to be put into place with some sand and then more of this gravelly stuff around it so that they are flush with the surface. So that's a job that's going to take a few months. Maybe it's already happened quicker than we imagined, so it may not take that long. But that's one of our plans. And to finish what I started at the back, which is where the trellis fell over. So the wall that I built needs to be reassembled. So we did some coppicing a couple of weeks ago, and even from that, it made such a huge difference to the amount of light that is coming in. And then down here on our terrace, we lost a few trees, and again we can see so much light is coming in, and we found little crocuses and things are coming up that we'd forgotten were there, that we hadn't seen. So it's been really lovely. It's like a rebirth. It's like a re-emergence. And even though we've lost things, we've gained things, and we've gained all this extra light. And because of coppicing the willow, we've got a lot of kindling and some logs as well. Our veg beds are sorted and ready now for sowing into and planting into this year. But these are old wooden beds now, and they're not going to last forever. So part of our 2-year plan, once the path is established, is to slowly replace these beds one by one, make them a little bit higher, especially these two, and so make them more user-friendly. So it's exciting to keep these new jobs going, because it's we're constantly reviving and updating, which makes everything feel much more fresh and alive. And I've just noticed I have to clip these sweet williams down. So we've been outside all day today because we had a group of friends around who had come to help us with the wood that needs to be processed after the coppicing and the wood that we had to take down ourselves. And a mehel, it's a brilliant idea. It's a work party. So it would traditionally be a group of neighbours would help each other with the hay, for example, or with anything to do with the farm and the land. And so we have a mehel where we have friends who also have gardens, and we will go and give some work in the garden. So today we had 7 people who came and gave us 2 hours. So we got 14 hours work when you put it like that, which is it's really broken the back of dealing with all the willow and the coppice wood and the wood that was damaged in the storm. So we're well on the way now to tidying up and getting our little wood pile. I'm just going to bring this around now to where our friends were working. So this is the work my friend Bernie did, chopping up willow into log-sized pieces. And other friends, Peter and Porrick, cut the griselinia, which was uprooted by the storm. And I didn't know what to do with it because it's an exotic wood here. I thought perhaps it's like rhododendron, something that you shouldn't burn. But I discovered that it's actually used by the Maori for medicine and for food. And so if it's used for medicine and food, it's not going to be toxic, and so it's safe to burn. And so we had the big stump cut right back, and we've got some nice little logs here that I need to put away, so somewhere where the wind will catch them and they can dry out for a year. So if you have any friends in your neighbourhood, you could organise a mehel as well. I'm sure it happens everywhere. It's just that we call it a mehel. And it's such a great feeling because you get together in your community, your friends are here, we have something to eat, we catch up on what everybody's up to. Sometimes you meet new people, and at the same time, it's just such a thrill to get this work done because I couldn't have done it all. Well, it would have took me 14 hours at least, and I still have a lot of work to do, even though it's been done to this extent. So it's broken the back of the work, which is a really lovely feeling. It's like a weight off my shoulders. And again, like I was saying when I was coppicing before, all the exertions are so warming that you're getting warm before you even burn the wood. So look at these. I mean, that's quite a sturdy log from the griselinia. So I've got to find somewhere now to put these. And what I'm doing with the thinner little bits is I'll put these through the shredder, and that gives me some mulch, which I could put onto beds or I can put on the path in the herb garden. That's where I usually put the mulch stuff. It's actually amazing. You should have seen the mound of material that I had to mulch, and I've ended up with only 2 buckets of it. So, to think that size of waste has been recycled and is now a small little amount, which will be sufficient to cover a path. So it's been one of those wonderful days. We're feeling grateful for being outside in the fresh air, but we're also grateful to the friends who came, and we know that we will be reciprocating with them. Just to give you some sad news, though, our Pippi, our elderly cat, she had to go to sleep today, so the vet came, and we'll have a little funeral this evening. But we were very lucky in that respect because we knew she wasn't well because she's had this ear infection that no vet has been able to cure. I've tried as well with certain oils that didn't help. And, we thought it might be time, but it's such a difficult decision to make because who are we to decide when something should live or die? And I'm lucky because a friend of mine, 2 friends of mine, did a shamanic journey to visit Pippi and to ask her in the spirit world what she would like. And she's told them she's ready to go. So she had a very, very peaceful passing. And we're just celebrating her life this evening because she was such a lovely companion. I shall bring all of this wood round to the other side of the house now, and we'll stack it up so it can get the air through it. And so I'll keep on at this for now. And I hope you're having a wonderful week, and I hope you have a wonderful week going forward. I hope you enjoyed today's film. If you did, subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. And have a look at the website danusirishherbgarden.com for more information about us and about the herbal medicine courses I offer and the Wise Woman Way training. And if you go to the shop, you can find the books, the Weed Handbooks and other herbal goodies. And remember, we put a new film out every Sunday. So looking forward to seeing you next week.